He stands at the warehouse gate one last time. 30 years of walking through those doors, 30 years of learning how to endure. The first thing he learned was how to endure. Not in a heroic way, not with speeches or strength, just by staying. The warehouse didn't ask questions. It didn't care who you were before you walked through its doors. It swallowed everyone the same way. Fluorescent lights, concrete floors, the hum of machines that never seemed to sleep. Time moved strangely there. Hours stretched thin, then collapsed on themselves. Days blurred. Weeks passed without meaning. The body learned routines the mind didn't agree to. Lift, stack, move, repeat. Lift, stack, move, repeat. At first, he told himself it was temporary, just something to get through, just something to pay the bills. But time has a way of settling in when you aren't watching. The supervisor spoke in numbers and targets. Faster, more, again. The words were never cruel, but they were never kind either. There was no room for slowing down, no space for pain, only output. So, he learned to ignore the signals. The tightness in his back, the ache in his hands, the quiet fatigue that followed him home and sat beside him whilst he ate his evening meal. He told himself, everyone feels this way. Then came the ringing. At first it was faint, a distant hum, like electricity running through the walls. He thought it was stress, or tiredness, or just another thing he'd get used to. But the sound didn't leave. It followed him into sleep, into moments that used to be peaceful. And when the world went quiet, the ringing got louder. He caught COVID not long after that. Recovery was slow, uneven. Something changed inside his head, inside his ears. Conversations blurred, certain sounds disappeared completely, while others cut too sharp. The doctors used words. Permanent, manageable, adapt. Adapt. Just another word for endure. He went back to work early, because what else are you to do when your life depends on a paycheck? The body kept score even when he tried not to. Pain began as a whisper and turned into a warning, then into something he could no longer ignore, a tearing sensation, a heaviness that made standing feel wrong. Hernia, they said. Surgery. Rest. But rest meant time off. Time off meant pressure. Pressure meant guilt. So, again, he went back to work too soon. And then he broke again. The second surgery felt quieter, less dramatic, almost expected. Lying in recovery, staring at the ceiling tiles, he felt something shift that had nothing to do with his body. A question surfaced, not loudly, but clearly. How much of myself am I willing to lose just to keep going? No one around him asked that question. They talked about return dates, light duties, getting back to normal. But normal was the thing that had broken him. The nights became heavier after that. Sleep came in fragments, thoughts looped, his body ached, not just from the surgery, but from the years of pushing through things he should have stopped and stepped away from. He realized something uncomfortable. He had been surviving for so long that he had forgotten what it felt like to live. And then, quietly, without ceremony, something inside him stopped fighting. Not in defeat, not in surrender. He stopped pretending that enduring pain made him strong. He stopped believing that suffering was the price of being worthy. He stopped measuring his value by how much he could carry. Listening to his body felt like a betrayal at first, as if rest was laziness, as if leaving meant failure. But the body doesn't lie. The body only asks to be heard. So he listened. And that's how he ended up here, standing at the warehouse gate, not walking through it. Not anymore. He began to imagine something different, not a perfect life, not an easy one, just a life where pain wasn't the entry fee, a life where mornings didn't begin with dread, a life with space to breathe. It scared him more than staying ever did, because staying was familiar. Leaving meant uncertainty, but uncertainty, he realized, also meant possibility. There were days he doubted himself, days the ringing was loud and the future felt empty, days when he wondered if he had made a terrible mistake. And still, something inside him felt lighter. He began to notice small things again. Light through a window, the quiet early mornings, the way his body felt when it wasn't being pushed beyond its limits. Healing wasn't dramatic, it was slow, uneven, quiet. Some days nothing felt healed at all. But he was no longer breaking himself to prove his worth, and that mattered. The gate stands behind him now. The body still aches. The ringing hasn't stopped. The future is uncertain, maybe terrifying. But he walks away, choosing himself for the first time in 30 years. It's not triumph. It's not victory. It's survival. And survival, real survival, isn't just enduring. It's knowing when to stop, when to turn around, when to say, I've given enough. Some people might call it quitting. He calls it living. The road ahead is fogged with doubt. There's no clear ending, no guarantees, just direction. Just the quiet courage of one foot in front of the other. Just the knowledge that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from what's killing you. The ringing may never stop. The scars may never fade. But he's still here, still breathing, still choosing, and still walking. And that there, right there, that's hope. Not the loud kind, not the certain kind. The kind that whispers, you survived, and tomorrow you will choose yourself again. The gate closes behind him. Ahead, the road is uncertain. But he keeps walking, because he's still here. And being here, choosing to be here, that has to be enough. For now, enough. That's everything.